Socrates believes that if we die, our body or physical body will go to the physical realm. As well as the soul, if we die, our body will go to ideal realm. What does physical realm and ideal realm means? First, the physical realm. The physical realm is unchangeable, transient, and imperfect, while the ideal realm is unchanging, eternal, and immortal. According to Aristotle, reason is the way we attain happiness. Since man is a rational animal, human happiness depends on the exercise of his reason. Happiness depends on acquiring a moral character where one displays the virtues of courage, generosity, justice, friendship, and citizenship in one's life. According to Plato, self is immortal soul in a mortal perishable body. In Plato's philosophy, he believed the self or the soul is immortal and unchanging, while the body is mortal and perishable. This means that the soul exists independently of the physical body and is not subject to decay or death. Plato's idea suggests that the soul is eternal and may go through cycles of reincarnation, while the body is temporary and eventually dies. And I think, therefore I am. In other words, the very act of doubting or thinking is evidence of one's existence as it requires thinking subject. This statement emphasizes the centrality of self-awareness and consciousness as the fundamental basis for knowledge and certainty. Locke proposed that when a person is born, their mind is like a blank slate with no inherent knowledge, ideas, or concept. In other words, individuals are not born with pre-existing innate knowledge or beliefs. Experience shapes the mind. According to Locke, all knowledge and understanding came from sensory experiences and interactions with the external world. As individuals experience the world around them, they begin to acquire knowledge, beliefs, and ideas. In summary, John Locke's concept of tabula rasa suggests that individuals are born with a blank mental slate, and their knowledge, beliefs, and understanding develop as a result of their experiences and interactions with the world around them. Immanuel Kant's philosophy offers a nuanced perspective on the concept of the self. Kant introduced the idea of a transcendental self or transcendental ego, which serves as a fundamental thinking subject. The I think underlining all conscious experiences. This transcendental self, according to Kant, is non-spatial and non-temporal, meaning it exists beyond the constraints of time and space, providing unity to our experiences. Gilbert Ryle, the self is fundamentally designed by our actions. The quote suggests that one's self, or the nature of the self, is not to be found in some inner mental realm, but is in fact a product of one's action and behavior. Ryle argued that mental concepts like thinking, feeling, and willing are not to be understood as inner processes, but as descriptions of how people behave in certain situations. Therefore, one's identity or self is revealed through their actions and behavior in the external world rather than through introspection into an inner, hidden realm. So, Ryle's view implies that the self is not something separate from our actions, but is, in essence, constituted by the way we act and interact with the world. Churchland argues that the folk psychology understanding of the self, which is beliefs, desires, and intentions, is fundamentally flawed and should be replaced with a scientific understanding based on neurobiology. He believes that as neuroscience advances, our common sense notion of the self will be replaced by a more accurate understanding of mental processes in terms of neural states and functions. In essence, Churchland's position suggests that our traditional concept of the self may need to be eliminated in favor of a more scientifically grounded understanding.